Okay, so today we're going to flash the Notaumatic with the latest version of the firmware. To do that, first off, we'll need to have the right cables. Here's a picture of what they look like, and second off, we'll need three pieces of software: the Notaumatic firmware, the Arduino IDE, and a small utility used to do the upload. So to grab the Notaumatic firmware, you can get it from notaumatic.f3a.fr. If you click on the fourth link in the menu, and then down on the firmware link, you'll see the firmware's linked about halfway down the page. The instructions here for how to flash the Notaumatic with a Windows machine, and the top two links are drivers for the Notaumatic, or for the Arduino inside the Notaumatic, and a flashing program. We're not going to use those ones because we're doing it on a Mac. So I'll download the 139 firmware, and then double click on that to open it. Now what I normally do is I immediately add the V139 to the name of the file, just so that I know that that it's when I keep all the firmwares together, I know which one's which. The second thing we'll need is the Arduino IDE, and you can get that from www.arduino.cc, and it's just a matter of going to the downloads section and clicking on the macOS one. You can optionally donate to the project, or you can just download it if you want. We don't actually use the Arduino software. We need it because there's utilities within the Arduino package that the flashing software uses. So again, we open up the archive. It extracts it. And we can then, this is the extracted application, and if we just drag that into the applications folder, if you've already got a version there, it'll ask you to replace. Lastly, we have Hex Uploader and that's found at paulkaplan.me/hex uploader with a capital H and a capital U. So just click on the download the app button, and again unzip the archive, and once again, well, my mouse isn't working. Once again, you can drag that into the applications folder. Oh, I'm actually using that, so I need to quit that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is start the Hex Uploader program. Actually, no, first I'll start the Arduino program to make sure it actually works. Now, what happens when you download something from the internet? You've got to give the OK on the Mac that it's safe to run. I know this software is safe, so I'll click OK. But then I'm now going to quit the program because I don't actually need to have it running. And for the Hex Uploader, I will run that. Also give it my approval, and then you're presented with this screen. It's quite a basic little utility. You may see that it looks like this one actually. I've got a different Windows resolution, so for some reason it came up with a different size. If you have a look at the serial ports, you'll see that there's a number of them in there. Just take a quick note of what they are before we do the flashing, because we need to select the one that appears after we've plugged in the Arduinos. So, sorry, after we've plugged in the Notaumatic. So I am going to leave it powered off, and then plug it into one of my USB ports. Okay, so now when I have a look at the serial port, I can see this new one has turned up. We need to change it to Mega 80 at Mega 2560, and then we select the hex file, which is this one here. Click OK, and we can see that the writing process has begun. This is the point where you don't want to turn just unplug the USB or anything like that. Just let it go. Once it's finished writing, it'll also read it back to make sure that that it's worked properly. And we can see that it's done. The Notaumatic has rebooted, and I can see that it's got the right firmware on it now. So I can unplug from my Mac and close the application, and that's it. It's all done.